Okay, hey everybody. Just a quick little video. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a pork loin roast. Not the tenderloin, which is a lot smaller, but the pork loin, pretty lean cut. But what it does is it has a bit of fat on the back. But what I like to do with it is because of that, I put it in this little rotisserie. And I'll rotisserie it, and it comes out so good because that fat just drips as it spins. As this will spin around in there, it drips off. So what I did is I bought a full pork loin roast, which was about 3 times this long, and I cut it into about 3 pieces or something, and then I froze them. And so I took this out I don't know, a little over 2 days ago, because it was frozen solid as a rock. And I let it thaw in the fridge real good, which it did. And then this morning, I took it out and I seasoned it with some Redmond's salt. I used my, that one there, the hickory smoked salt. What that is, it's just the same as the Redmond salt, but they smoke it for like 16 hours so that it gets the smoke flavor in it and makes it taste a little smoky. So I'm trying it out today, see how it is on this. And what I did with this, before I wrapped it, I put all this string on it and put it on the spit for the thing. This weighed about 2.5 pounds, by the way. But what I did first was I took my knife and I cut angles of into the meat so that it was scored. I did it on the front and the back. I don't know if you can see where I just cut lightly into it, about, you know, maybe 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch. But I did that all around, top and bottom. And I did that because I want that fat to soak in there when it spins. Plus I put that smoked salt on to give it a little smoky flavor. Since I'm not doing this on my outside grill, I'm doing it inside. And then what I did was I wrapped it up so it would keep a nice circular shape, which it already was, but I like to keep it tight when anything's doing the spinning on the rotisserie. But here it is. So what I'm going to do is when I come back, I'll show you. I'll pick that up and I'll put it inside here in the rotisserie, and I'll turn it on and all that, and I'll show you what I got going. But I just wanted to give you that quick let you know what's going on with it so far. So I'll be back shortly. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so now I got this ready. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the rotisserie air fryer. And you got this little thing. You put it on here. It kind of helps you hold it, and you put it in. So go ahead and put it in here. Get it lined up in there real good. There. Okay, so that's in there. Let me see if I can get a little closer. Okay. Yeah, so I got that inside the rotisserie. So what I'm going to do is close it. And I'm going to set this on about 400. And I'm going to start it off about 20 minutes, and I'll let it cook. It doesn't take real long in here, especially for it. So I'm going to go ahead and start it now. So you see it started. Let me see if I can get this to where you can see it. Turn the light on in there. Okay, you see it's in there. It's spinning, and I'll just let it go like this at 400 for about 20 minutes. It'll count down. It'll beep at me at 20 minutes. But in 20 minutes, I'll go ahead and take a temp. I want to get this up about 140 or so and pull it, maybe 135 or something. Because pork, you only need to get it about 145, they say, which, you know, I don't even think it has to be that high. But I don't want it to be much higher than that. So I'll either pull it at 135, 140 and let it rest. But I'll come back in a little bit when I do my temp. It'll see in probably about 20 minutes, and we'll see what it's doing. So I'll be back. Talk to you guys in a minute. Okay, everybody, I'm back. It's been almost 20 minutes. We got about, like you can see, there's about 2 minutes left. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up here in a second and take a temp and see what it is. That way, if it needs to keep going, I'll just add some time and go from there. It's gonna need a little more time, but we'll see where it's at right now. So I'm gonna open this and take a quick couple of readings on this and see where it's at inside. Yeah, I'm reading about 86. A little hard to get the readings when it's like this because you know, it wants to spin on you a little bit. But I want to get in there. So yeah, about 75, 73, 86. A little hotter on the edges. On the edges it says like 140, but that's obviously not the internal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and close it back up, and I'm going to add some time. I'm going to add about 10 minutes to it and let it keep going. And let you see kind of what it's doing here inside. I got this mount on my thing, so I'm trying to, there we go. Okay, you can see it's still spinning in there, but I don't know if you saw how nice, it's starting to get some good color on it. I don't know if you can really see the color too good, but it's getting some color on it. So we'll just let it keep going here. About 10 more minutes, and then I'll take another temp and see where we're at, okay? So let's go, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, now I'm back, and I got this about a minute left. What I'm gonna do, because I want you guys to have the best seat in the house, so I'm gonna take another temp, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it out of the air fryer here. That's what this tool is for right here. Is to make it come in and out easier. So now, you know, I want you to be able to see what's going on, because that's why you're here, to see what's happening. But boy, look at that color so far. Now I'm going to go ahead and take a quick temp and see what the reading is so far, you know. Okay, so far about 106. Oops, I don't want to hit the metal. If you hit the metal, you're not getting the right thing. About 112 there. That's 140 towards the edges, I figured, but I want to know the coldest part, which is right about where I am now here. That's 118, 16, 18, about 116. So I'm going to put it back in. I'm going to set it probably for, you know, I'll set it for another 10 minutes, but I don't think it'll take that long. I'll just keep checking on it. See what it does. So I'll close it back up, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit the timer thing here, and I was down at a minute, so I'm gonna put it up to about 10 more minutes and let it go. So there we go. So far got some good juices there, that's for sure. But yeah, I'll be back in, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes. We'll pull it and see what it's doing. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, here we go. Now what I did was, I didn't come back as I was checking the temps. What I did was I just kept it going, and I figured I'd come back once I put it here on the board, which I have it now. And I checked it, it's about 140 internally, so that's more than enough. I'm gonna let it rest now. And let me see if I can get a little closer. Yeah, you can see how this is really coming along. Let me get my glove on so I don't burn myself. Because this spit in the middle is super hot. It's still hot, you know, it's like, whatever, 400 degrees. But as you can see, this, let's spin this over, there you go. So now this is I'm just going to cover this up with some foil here. I'm not going to take the spit out. I'm just going to temp it here and let it kind of rest for about 10 minutes or so. And then I'll come back when I'm ready to cut into it. So for about 10 minutes, we're gonna let it rest, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I took out the middle, or the spit out, so I could go ahead and cut it up. And so let me get this string off of here, and then we'll cut this up. See what it looks like inside. Man, I'll tell you what, I tasted some of the juices. They are pretty good. Just salty and porky. You know, pork, salt. It's all good stuff. So, get this off. Get this out of here. Yeah, I think I got all the string off. If not, we'll see it in a minute. But, so what I'm going to do now, you can still see this, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and start slicing this up into some pieces. So, here we go. It's 1-inch pieces about. This is going to be my lunch. I'm going to eat all of this here in just a minute. But I got to see what it looks like. Make sure it's delicious. This is going to be probably my favorite piece right here, this end piece, because it's got so much of that flavor on it. But let's move this out of the way. Let's take a center piece here. Move that out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and cut this in a few little pieces and see what it tastes like. Sure does look good. Got a few little chunks here, 1 by 1 chunks. And see what it looks like here. See what it's like in the middle of this. Let's see if this is juicy. Oh yeah, it's dripping all down my hand. Let's taste it. That's really good. I want to try a piece with all the outside crust on it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, everybody, if you ever want to try a nice pork loin roast, go ahead and rotisserie it, 400 degrees. Oh, it took about 35 minutes because initially it was 20, then 10, but I had to give it another 5. So that was 35. So about 35 minutes, let it rest about 10 minutes. And this is what you get. Some good pork roast and delicious. This is my lunch. I'm gonna let you guys go. I'll talk to you all later. Hope you enjoyed it.